Hi-ho, fellow armchair Imagineers! Tiki here,
And BlueDragonFive.
and it's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. That's right, it's ABC's modern meta take on the Muppets. And tonight we're talking about episode 2, Hostile Makeover.
So why don't we get things started?
With a more sensational,
Celebrational.
reputational. This is what we call
The
Muppet Show
Again.
Again. Yeah. All right. That wasn't bad. We got through that. All right. How you doing, BlueDragonFive? We're a little bit rushed tonight, so we'll try and get through it as quickly as we can. But
I don't think it's gonna be a problem for tonight's episode.
yeah, tonight. Well, let's break it down. I mean, this. Before we get into the recap, let's just kind of get into our initial reactions. I mean, this was a step down.
Yeah.
It was a step down.
Well,
don't get me wrong, it was still enjoyable. There were still some really funny bits in it.
It wasn't completely lost. It just didn't measure up to what we were given for that first episode.
Exactly. I mean, I was disappointed with how little continuity there seemed to be from episode to episode.
Animal disappearing, completely forgotten. Just he's there.
I wasn't necessarily expecting that to go through. I don't know.
The only thing is, they really sold that as like a continuing plot thing, and then just nothing happened with it. Remember the ominous post-credit scene of animals gone, bum bum bum. Oh, who cares?
Yeah, I remember it. I just kind of took it more as a gag than you did, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just saying, why end it there? Out of all things, animal disappears and says he's gone. Well,
yeah.
Why do that?
That's true.
Saying over and wrong, it's fine to if you're gonna forget, but at least point it out. Just don't just leave it there.
Hey, animal, remember that hole that you went through the other day?
Yeah.
Something as simple as that.
Exactly. It just seems like, you just forgot about it.
Yeah, speaking of something that they forgot about, are we going to see Fozzie's girlfriend ever again?
That's the thing. I'm really hoping they didn't just break up over the ending of the first episode.
I know, because if they did, then we need some clarification of that. I mean, that's just lazy writing.
I'm gonna be upset if they just don't address it, but more so if they just wrote her out because of that one ending of no, it's not enough for me. After she says, "I love you," that's not enough for me. I need your parents' consent. Hey, Carl, have it a mug. If they just forget that, that was hilarious, and I love those actors. Bring them back.
I know, exactly.
I'm optimistically hope we're going to see him again. I'm optimistically hoping that. No
Denise.
Yeah, well, they get a certain amount of. Here's what I'm really concerned about. Still no Walter.
Yeah, right.
But then again, to be fair, only 2 episodes in out of 22. So I mean,
But you would think that he'd at least pop up in the background.
Well, he was in the background of the first one. So.
Oh, was he? Okay, I must have missed it.
Oh, I know he was in the pilot, so I'm assuming he was in the crowd scene too. But I got to rewatch it just to make sure it wasn't just in the pilot.
But having said that, there's definitely some really good bits in here, so we'll get into it. Let's jump right into the recap then.
All right. So it's Sweetum's birthday, which this is again one of my things with this episode is I think the setups the setup for this episode is fantastic. A lot of the setups, all the jokes are hilarious.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just let's just say they don't pan out the way I was hoping they would. Some of them.
I think it's a mixed bag. I think some of the setups are really, really good and then kind of falter. And then others, I think, are fine.
Exactly. I'm saying...
for example, Fozzie, I really enjoyed his storyline in spite of the fact that it wasn't a continuation of last week. I thought it was really funny.
Well, we'll get into it when we talk about Fozzie. But
okay, well, maybe we have to...
Yeah,
so I thought it had a funny payoff.
The one thing right here is I like the kind of inter-office politics with the Muppets. So this is what I'm liking here, right off the bat with the setup. So Sweetum's birthday, and everyone's signing a card. So that to me, okay, that's funny, that's mundane. I like that stuff.
Floyd.
Exactly. I like how Floyd takes a stand here, and I got an issue with this guy. First of all, I love Floyd's thing. Floyd's thing is hilarious, and this is going in the right direction to start with. Floyd just against the birthday holiday craft.
Birthdays are just a meaningless holiday and been in my greeting card companies.
Which is hilarious.
Pretty much every single other holiday ever invented besides birthdays. Yes.
Exactly, which is hilarious, and then it takes a turn, and this is kind of where, unfortunately, as I really hate to say, this is where the kind of million moms start to kind of raise a point, and it really pains me to say that.
I mean, my comparison here is that sometimes I just straight up felt like I was watching Family Guy.
Well, let me only take it through the gag here.
And I shouldn't feel like I'm watching Family Guy when I'm watching the Muppets.
Yeah, so let me walk you through the problem, folks.
Okay.
Again, the Floyd thing I think is hilarious. The smart gag, that's classic Muppets to a T, and that's it's perfect. Then we get
The
this
zoo
gag.
thing. I feel like it's just like, hey, we're edgy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like taking a step too far of like where they're trying too hard to be adult. It's like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and they shouldn't try. The Muppets should never have to try.
Exactly. It's like, look, basically you want Muppets kind of untethered. You don't want Muppets trying intentionally to be edgy. You just want to be untethered. It's like, well, this is what happens off the set. Just they don't have to be friendly for the camera.
And keep in mind, I think Floyd probably had the best adult joke in the whole first episode.
Oh, certainly. Well,
or I'm sorry, Zoo.
Yeah, Zoo.
Oh, my name's Zoo, and
see, I'm saying that's funny. That's subtle.
no, different meaning, man.
See, here's the thing. There's like there's clever subtlety with that. Here is not so much clever subtlety. That's the problem.
No,
it's that
Zoo is drawing a penis.
Yeah, and essentially it's I'm
like, why would he even do that? That's not even in character for him. That's my problem.
I don't know what Rizzo's lady rat friend's job is on the set. I assume like maybe secretary position, potentially maybe.
She seems like secretary.
Point is like she's handing around the cards, kind of a secretarial thing. Anyway, so she says, "Oh, make sure no dirty drawings on the thing." Again, bear in mind that what really hurts this for me is for Sweetums. We all love Sweetums. That's the main.
Of course we do.
It's like I don't want.
He sets our world on fire.
Exactly. So I don't want to imagine Zoot drawing something that and they say, "Oh, well, maybe I can turn into a saxophone."
I'm like, oh god.
Poor Sweetums, and it's his birthday.
This isn't the Little Mermaid VHS box.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. See, that's a step too far, and that's where, unfortunately, it always pains me if I have to side with the million moms. Okay?
That's like siding with the Westboro Baptists.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I should never have to do that. Thankfully, I think this might be the only real occurrence of this through the episode. So, at least it wasn't like a barrage of bullets in this case.
It wasn't.
Okay, so then Pepe has a fun. Pepe, he signs for all of them because he's got many hands. It's
I thought Pepe had some really good moments this episode.
He does, but almost in the same vein, a little less so. But then he says, "You should. Oh, that's impressive. You should see me in the shower." That's
to me that kind
better.
Of in out 10 seconds clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So given that he clarified it,
it lets you use your imagination.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying it's like they're in the same ballpark. That's them doing a little more clever, Anyway, so Fozzie at the little kind of in the morning meeting here, I guess they're just kind of mingling before the meeting starts. Fozzie gets an invite or something. Says he's been invited to a party at Jay Leno's house, and he's excited. Again, clever setup. Fozzie invited to Jay Leno's house. Okay, I love this. That's how you work in a celebrity cameo, and Fozzie's a comedian.
I think you and me are going to disagree about the Jay Leno stuff.
Oh, we are
big.
Okay. We are big time. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Setup. Okay. But still, it's okay for clever invited Jay Leno's house. It's great. And then Gonzo. This is funny with Gonzo here. So
I thought Gonzo probably had the best overall running gag of the episode with how it was introduced and then how it paid off.
Yes. So Gonzo thinks that it's one of those spam emails like his mother getting stuck overseas and needing money. And then Kermit.
I just delete him.
And then Kermit brings up the fact that, well, Gonzo, your mother's on that South American cruise, right? Oh, yeah, and I'm getting worried. I haven't heard from her in a while. So that's funny. I mean, first of all, it's brilliant the fact that Gonzo's mother just completely laying out there, those movies really they're movies. They're not exactly real life. So Gonzo, he knows who his family are and everything, just they don't have a defined breed or anything.
Exactly, right. Muppets from space.
Yeah, so basically that's them. It's kind of the clever way. So again, if you want to look at the meta side of this, that's them saying, "Hey, Muppets from space, folks, don't take it too seriously. It's a movie."
Hey guys, Treasure Island.
But you see what I mean? It's kind of diffusing.
Yeah.
Fan mixing on Muppets from space. Well, guys, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, it's just a movie. Anyway, so then we have here's a great pairing in the series. I really want this to come back. So we got Scooter and Uncle Deadly, coming to Kermit here. So these three together is great. Because you know how much we've been building up Uncle Deadly.
Of course.
I thought it was so clever. It finally dawned on me in this episode why Uncle Deadly is kind of Miss Piggy's stylist and hairdresser and all that stuff. And, the fashion designer, because he's
got a sense of style to him.
That's the thing. He is, when you really think of it, he's the most well-dressed Muppet ever.
He is, of course he is.
It never dawned on me until I saw him working with his clothes, seeing that's what his job is. Just not just lint brush jockey, it's actually, he's actually picking up the clothes and everything, the fittings and stuff.
Okay, so this is a great piece of timing right here. Scooter comes in all worried. He's like, Kermit, we've got a big problem with Piggy. And then, Kermit, he's just trying to be rational as always. He's like, Scooter, you know what we talked about? We're overreacting. But it's a code red. Oh, code red! Oh, my God!
Oh, yeah, it's a code red. Then we have a cutaway to Kermit explaining the code system. So, there's a code green, which is essentially never happens. Code green's everything's fine, everything's pleasant. It's never that way. Code yellow is Piggy is in tears. Code orange is Kermit is in tears because of Piggy, and code red is the current situation. So, so then we see this hilarious image, and I love this. Kermit, Scooter, and Uncle Deadly are under a desk while Piggy. This is seriously a fantastic shot. So again, at least they're kind of working on the angles and stuff. Still we're getting some artful Muppet stuff done in this episode, even though we're not getting our emotional heft. We're getting some impressive puppetry.
Exactly.
Like shot composition also. But
I'm not going to go as far as to compare it to Muppets Take Manhattan in terms of this is the silly one, and the first one was the heartfelt one, because this episode doesn't deserve that. But.
No, of course not. I'm just saying, this is an impressive shot composition in this episode. We got some shots. So basically, they're all under the desk as Piggy's just going around through the background. You don't see her in full shot. It's just up to the chin, just walking around, just running around. It's she's going on all sorts of rants, looking for Sharpies and stuff. And you're basically speculating what is she upset about this time. So Uncle Deadly, being the first one to pick up on the facts on his own, to code red, says, "Well, I was in the middle of her fitting." Her fitting? Don't tell me she saw the tags and saw her size. Oh no, we've woven a cocoon. I've woven a cocoon of lies. That woman doesn't know her size, weight, or even her age.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I freaking love Uncle Deadly. I really do.
Yeah.
So cool. So then, so let's see. So then, again, Piggy's flipping down the background. Just it's hilarious. Then it's basically revealed. Okay, well the People's Choice Awards are coming up, and she's dateless. Oh, what pleasant company! I don't understand
the
why.
Three of them just cracking up.
I don't understand why she's such pleasant company. And then she snaps at someone who's trying to lure her out of the room with cake, and it works. So points to that guy. So basically, that lures again. So you're trying to lure me with cake? Give me that cake. Well, you come on, Tiki, get out of here. Give me some Piggy here. Some Piggy. Come on, some Piggy delivery.
Oh, give me the cake! You know what? With Piggy, I can do sweet Piggy, but I have a hard time doing angry Piggy. That's the thing with me.
Yeah, angry Piggy is a product of Frank Oz,
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I can be sweet Piggy all day long. Ooh, Peter, did you get a haircut? Ooh, don't get a haircut because it's perfect. You're cute as a button.
Oh, yeah.
But, when Piggy starts to get all raged up, then it becomes a little difficult. It becomes much more distinct. All right.
Okay, so after Kermit checks to see if the coast is clear after she's left the room, they get out of there. Then the reveal of Dr. Honeydew is very close to getting stabbed after offering her a ballpoint pen when she was looking for a Sharpie. Yeah.
A little horrifying. It's he came pretty close to getting punctured on the heart there.
Hey, it's like the dictionary from Super Academy.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so then Dr. Honeydew faints, and then let's see. So then
we get the intro, and I'm glad this is a permanent intro because it's really good.
It's a good intro. So then they're looking for.
I love the detail of it ends with Kermit and Piggy kind of having an awkward interaction, and then Piggy walking away.
Oh yeah, but also before we get the opening, there's Uncle Deadly has the best line. He just says in that scene, he says, "You've got to find that pig a date." Okay, so then we cut back from the opening, and it's Scooter is saying, "Well, I can set up my optometrist."
I mean, he's attractive. I mean, I don't know for sure because my glasses aren't that good, but I think so.
Oh, he's such a crappy optometrist. Well, no, Scooter. We need a star. She'll only sell for a star. Walk down the People's Choice Awards with.
All right, guys, where are we with Jeff Goldblum?
So again, the name dropping was hilarious in this scene.
I need to see Jeff Goldblum on this show now. Oh, hey, Miss Piggy. How you doing? You want some stimulating conversation with Jeff Goldblum?
Okay, well, all right. So speaking of Goldblum, so basically Kermit here, like I guess through Talking Head, he has a bit here mentioning or confessional. He mentions he has the advantage here for finding Piggy a date because they have, like many couples do, they come up with like a free pass list. So like if they're ever in a situation with this celebrity, then they have a free pass. They can break the rules a little, as long as they come back to each other. But rule breaking, and they did it for fun. Kermit never thought anything of it, like unless
Leslie Thompson and I got stuck in an elevator together.
Okay, now this was my favorite gag of the whole episode. Just first of all, I love the mention of it would have sufficed me enough. Just hearing this mention, I thought it was just the idea of Kermit the Frog is a thing for Leah Thompson.
Yeah, but then of course it pays off beautifully.
Oh, it does. It's fantastic. But still, just it's the Leah Thompson name drop. Just Kermit the Frog being so enamored with Leah Thompson. Well, if we ever got stuck in elevators, like, oh, that's so adorable. Kermit the Frog's got a thing for Leah. And of all the celebrities, who's a more innocent celebrity to have a thing for than Leah Thompson? Kermit the Frog likes Back to the Future. That's cool.
Exactly.
That to me, that's great. Okay, anyway, so then they're basically like a whole kind of one of those telethon setups of basically people on the phones looking for dates for Piggy. Right. So they got where are we on Goldblum? Goldblum's married.
Wait. Happily married?
Yeah, happily married. Keanu Reeves is in. No, wait. He's put on weight for.
Let's throw everything we have at Keanu Reeves. Okay.
Put on weight for a movie where he's playing a Hawaiian guy.
A Hawaiian ukulele player. Who I think might be the same guy who was the inspiration behind Lava, perhaps?
Maybe.
I don't know. There was that guy that England was talking about. You remember?
I know. I remember the guy you're talking about. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway. Well, I don't know if Keanu Reeves has the acting range to portray that guy, but I don't know. So, anyway,
Keanu Reeves is a gift, my friend.
Whoa. So anyway, one of my favorite, I love my mundane gags. So this episode,
and you love your Bobo.
Yes. So it was a marriage in heaven here. It's just
exactly.
While it was kind of a blow that we were missing the heartfelt stuff we got in that first episode. This comedy I thought was great. This Bobo runner. So Bobo is selling cookies for his daughter's school to get a mountain bike. Which, first of all, the idea, again, the mundanity, Bobo, parents get stuck with this sort of thing all the time. They're selling stuff so the kids can get one of the three things.
My mom was a pro at it, though. My mom kicked ass.
Yeah.
Just to give my mom some credit.
Yeah.
I would always get, the top prizes and this sort of stuff.
One of these fundraising things the parents always get stuck with.
It was always newspaper subscriptions at my school.
It was always it was always candles and then sorts of crap like that, Yeah. Anyway, so Bobo, just added. Plus, it's belabored on Bobo. Poor, sweet, lovable Bobo. Yeah, he's tasked with this,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then Bobo's just coming in casually. He goes, "How can you say no to Bobo? We all love Bobo from his various Muppet appearances, because he's so likable." And your heart goes out to the guy selling cookies in the workplace because the Muppets are not really in a cookie buying mood at this moment, but he's trying, trying because he loves his kid.
The only boxes we're interested in is a box of dreamy dates.
And this gag I thought was hilarious. If anyone got the reference, it's just. So he's looking in the box and he says, "Oh no dates. We got raisins though." Basically, because dates are raisin-like. You know, they're like it's like Indiana Jones, the bad date thing. Yeah.
Well, raisins. I mean, they're not dates, but they are sun-dried fruits.
Yeah. And then Kermit says, "Well, how about you, Kermit? Well, later. Okay, I'll take the battery out of your car so you go see me."
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
So again, that's what I'm saying. So the Bobo subplot was probably my favorite thing of this episode, short of the Leah Thompson gag.
The only thing with Bobo is that I felt like his storyline ended a bit too easily.
I don't know. I thought it worked.
Not to mention, if the band wanted to buy cookies, why didn't they just buy cookies right then and there?
Well, you know, there might be a subtle adult joke there. I'm not sure, but maybe that might.
The band and subtle adult humor.
Well, I'm saying we'll get to it. I'll point it out to you when we get to it. Point is, I do just love this Bobo having to sell working cookies like any parent. Essentially, Bobo is actually kind of the bit of the heart we get in the episode because he's doing it because he loves his kid.
He is, and I mean, arguably, the stuff with Piggy and Groban and stuff gets very silly, but I think arguably there's some heart there with Kermit.
I don't.
Arguably.
I arguably, yes. I don't see.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so let's see. So basically, after Bobo's cookie sales, then he basically he's gonna take. I just love the idea. His go-to is like so it's a malice-filled response, but pleasantly through Bobo. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take your car battery out, so you have to go see me to buy some cookies." Okay. Anyway, so then the rat who brought the birthday card brings up Josh Groban, who of course we've seen in Muppets Most Wanted.
And I like how, what I like about this is that it gives Groban a little bit more relevance to the Muppet franchise and kind of retroactively makes his cameo a little more important.
Yeah, people do like Groban.
Yeah, I know people like Groban, but he's just not he's not a familiar face.
No, yeah, certainly. But people who do know him, they always gotta go over him for him. Yeah, he's a good singer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And apparently,
anyways,
a piano player too. I did not know. I didn't know he could play piano. So anyway,
Groban. Oh, he gives me the feels.
And he gives me the feels too. Okay. Then they're all giving him a look. Well, he does. Gender's fluid.
He's a handsome man, and gender is fluid.
Yeah, that's
I like that, man. I like that. It's bisexual. Way to go. Nothing wrong with that at all.
I didn't get that from it, but that works.
I got that from it. But
I thought it was something. I'm saying it works fine. I thought it was something. I thought
the
it was
whole
just
gender is fluid thing.
Well, I feel silly because I just thought when he said gender is fluid, don't judge for that sort of thing, guys.
All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's not. It's just it's cool.
Either way,
and he's acting so casual about it. That's all I'm saying.
No, believe me. Of all the Muppets I could buy, Pepe would be that. It's fine.
Right. Exactly.
So either way, I just didn't pick up on it if that's the case. If not, it's either way.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a clever joke, regardless. Anyway, so let's see. So the plan. Okay, so Kermit has a plan to. Well, I love that Pepe frames. Just think you'll get background stuff going on too. So basically, Pepe's saying, "Okay. So Kermit has a plan to make the Grobans and the pigs fall in love."
And I love it because I love love. Okay.
I just love how he says the Grobans.
The Grobans.
The Grobans and pig fall in love.
Oh dear.
So basically, Kermit has orchestrated a thing just to. Basically orchestrated this whole sketch, which kind of, interestingly enough, kind of just speculating on the future of this show. Makes me thinking we're going to get some Muppet-style kind of acts on the show through these bits, if they're going to have bits like what we're about to see here with Miss Piggy. Mm-hmm. So, it gives me a little hope we're going to see some classic Muppet Show references that way,
Maybe.
I'm saying, in the range of, just the celebrities and Muppets having musical numbers.
Yeah, I didn't really think this was a typical Muppet Show. There wasn't really any gag to it.
True. I know. I'm thinking maybe when the Muppets sometimes sang with celebrities, it wasn't always for a gag.
Gene, would you please sing to me?
Yeah, you got that, but also you got Raquel Welch and Miss Piggy singing, stuff like that.
They basically people singing with Miss Piggy.
Yeah, they have legit musical numbers.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, let's see. So basically, Kermit's made this most romantic setup ever. Like, he's on the piano, she's leaning on the piano, and they're being pulled back, and it's snowing outside. Sweetums is like throwing snow at the window. Basically orchestrating them to fall in love. And Kermit's kind of the Heisenberg mastermind in this episode.
He is.
All right, so let's see. So,
oh, hold on. Sattler, he goes, woo!
Yeah, okay, this
Did you just say woo? Yes, I'm allowed to feel things.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
I mean, I just took it as like, well, that's the power of the Grove in him.
I don't know, it feels so strange that the old guy's liking something.
It's not the first time it's happened.
I know, but it's usually with like a bit of malice behind it, hilariously enough.
Yeah, I know, but they've liked stuff before. Like the Steve Martin episode, didn't they like one particular act?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think so. I know it's happened before. It's very rare.
But usually if they say they like something, it's because we liked it because it was bad for someone. That's usually their thing. There's like legit love from Statler here. I was thinking, that's a little strange.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's really odd. So after it's really nice, it's a nice song too. It is a nice song. So let's give Statler some points there. It's a nice song. So then we have the plot thickens with this hilarious subplot in the whole episode of like, so the Muppet Newsman is also selling cookies
This is brilliant.
for his daughter's school.
And I like the idea that the Muppet Newsman doesn't work with the Muppets.
Of course not. He's a newsman. Hey, what would he do?
I mean, that's just like illogical logic or whatever.
Yeah. You know how much I love my illogical logic.
Oh yeah.
So the idea is, so he works across the way, so that's why Bobo has a thing out for the Muppet Newsman. Is the fact, why you should be selling in your own building. Why are you going here? And basically, the Muppet Newsman is giving his spiel to Kermit the Frog and the gang.
I report a world of fathom and war, but buying cookies is a way to ensure that the human spirit stays alive.
Yep,
and every box you buy makes me look better than my ex-wife.
That line had me rolling with laughter because I was just the Muppet Newsman is a divorcee, and he's just trying to show up his ex-wife. Like parents do. Again, some realistic. Again, there's a bit of heartfeltness of the episode. You got like two Muppets just trying to either be the father they want to be to their daughters, or they're trying to show up their ex-wives. It's pretty funny, that's a good trick. And then, of course, kind of like a standoff, a Mexican, like a surgical, like a Western standoff here. It's like, hey, what are you doing on my turf? Just Bobo.
Stay out of my territory.
Just Bobo pointing out, well, you have the newsroom across the street. What are you doing here? And then basically the Muppet Newsman reports on his exit. He's a cowardly exits, What a gutless worm, that Muppet Newsman.
Oh my god. I like that they're actually giving him a character, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very funny. Just like pitting Bobo against him. I never thought I'd ever see that, and it works perfectly. Yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, so well, now I can, but you're freezing now.
Yeah, we were talking over each other. I'm sorry, that was bad.
No. I didn't know.
We've never done a podcast before. We don't know pacing. Right.
Well, you were frozen, so I didn't know.
Oh, was I? Oh, jeez.
Oh, I didn't hear a still.
Was I frozen today?
You were frozen a few seconds ago.
Okay, well, so it was today then. Okay, good to know.
It wasn't not today. So let's see. So then we got Piggy. So Piggy is glowing. The next day, and pretty much saying, "Oh, it's so hard." Well, you take.
Okay, hold on. This is where I can do my Piggy. Ooh, these days, it's just so hard to get out of bed.
When you say that, I'm picturing Norma Bates so much right now.
And then Chef walks by. Oh, Chef, you have such a naughty mind. But accurate.
That was hilarious. Again, give us more Swedish Chef like so far. Swedish.
Yes. Oh my God, give us more Swedish Chef being dirty.
That's how you see. That's the smart way of how you do dirty jokes. Because the chef can say anything he wants, and just the implication. Exactly. What else? You could have him say. You could have him do the aristocrats joke. And no one would know.
You could.
Like, basically like this. Hey, does anyone know any good dirty jokes? Like Fozzie's asking around. After by Squeak, he goes around to everyone. Like Pepe gives him one. He's like really, not really funny. And then he goes to Swedish Chef. Swedish Chef's laying one out for him. You see Fozzie just in shock and awe, like. Then Fozzie says, then Fozzie asks, "What do you call this?"
Aristocrat sardine.
Little racy, I don't know.
Oh, God. That's great.
That's what I'm saying. Do some stuff like that. Anyways, really funny is the Swedish Chef this episode. So let's see. So Kermit's proud of his work. Getting them together.
I mean, all I'm saying is that if they'd made an Executive Producers Hall of Fame, you would enter through the Kermit the Frog wing.
I love that Kermit is just so he's so has his expectations so in check of saying, well, I can't get like an exhibit or anything, but like Kermit the Frog wing, I donated some money there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Just like they name the wing, and saying they do that all the time. Say the Kermit the Frog wing. It's not really a big thing. It's like it's a modern thing. I'm not saying they should have like a whole exhibit dedicated to me. Just call it the Kermit the Frog wing.
Mm-hmm.
He has his expectations in check. That Kermit the Frog. He's a humble frog. Anyway, so
That's
also hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut out on that last line you said.
I said that's why we love him.
Excellent, absolutely. Also, we saw a picture of Piggy and Grogan at the awards, and her hand in front of his face, foreshadowing the end for this couple. If only there was like an entertainment story on this of like say, and here's the split on Miss Piggy and Josh Groban.
I mean, I would not be surprised to see something on. Like, that seems like the kind of thing they would do if they wanted to change up the formula of the episodes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that happening. I've seen shows do kind of some stuff like that before. Like Monk had this great episode. They had a documentary on Monk for his 100th case, and they formatted the whole episode around it and made it into a plot relevant.
The Simpsons did an episode called Behind the Laughter, and it was just like
I heard about
spot on exactly how behind the music is.
Right. Okay, anyway, so let's see. So then we get Piggy, one of the funniest bits in the episode, one of our favorite Muppets. Go on. Miss Piggy's speaking to someone.
Hold on. I have to...
Meep, 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 meep.
Oh, Peter, did you get a haircut? No? Well, good, then don't, because you look cute as a button.
I gotta tell you, I love this bit, because good for Beaker.
It's pleasant. It's just the most delightful thing in the world.
It is. And just the idea of Beaker just like being so proud of himself after hearing it. It's like, I'm just gonna just like Beaker has this look of pride on his face of like, oh, I feel good about myself now. I love that. It's like you're in kind of like you're almost getting to that Kane Beaker.
I mean, we already psychoanalyzed the Beaker and Honeydew relationship, so let's not even go down that well again.
It's kind of like the Michael Caine Beaker moment almost. Like give me a moment with Beaker like that, like the whole give him the red scarf bit. That's the best Beaker moment I've ever seen in all the Muppets. It's the most emotional I've gotten over Beaker that moment. Okay, anyway, so then Kermit the Frog's just kind of continuing to go through like why it's so pleasant having Piggy this way, saying I've woken up to the alarm instead of my own screams.
But you know what that means? For the first time ever, we're gonna go green. Yeah!
First time he's gone yay.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yep. And by the way, it's kind of dark though. Like Kermit the Frog wakes up screaming. Okay, here's a problem I have with the
and there's also a code for when he's in tears.
Yeah. So here's my
issue.
issue.
A lot going on this episode, actually.
Yeah. Let me lay something out for you, Tiki. And here's an issue, not just with this line or anything. I'm just saying with the idea that continues to the episode from this line. I got kind of a problem with the idea. It's kind of a hole in logic here. Why would the Muppets work on a show like this towards the most miserable experience known to man?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the issue with the premise of the show in general, right? Because it kind of jumped from the pilot, like, we're making a TV show. Like, I feel like there's some backstory here that we didn't get. Well, I feel like there was some point just kind of speculating in terms of, like, the Muppets universe or whatever. There was there was a certain point where there was going to be just a revival of the Muppet Show, and then through studio negotiations and everything, it became the show that they're currently working on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, like behind the scenes, we get the Piggies. You know, she's a diva and stuff. We've seen that on the Muppet Show. You know, it's fine. So basically, the idea is like they still all want to work there, and like they have other acts other than Piggy. When you form a show around Piggy, you know, she's the lead. You know, she gets snippy and everything, and I get that it can be chaotic, but if they have such a horrible time working on the show, then you just gotta get out of there. It's like if you're only working around that one person that gives you all that guff, you just can't work on a show like that if it gets that bad. That's my issue.
I guess so, but at the same time, I kind of feel like you're thinking a little too much into it because I mean, this is the Muppets after all. The whole point of the Muppet Show was them working in an incredibly chaotic work environment.
Yeah, but I mean, I never seen it depicted so realistically, though.
But that's the point of the show, dude. That's the entire point of the show, is to depict it realistically.
Well, you know, it's just something to get used to, I guess. Okay.
I guess so.
It's really jarring, you know, that's all. So let's see, so we got...
Joshi, we're cuddled up on the couch watching the show. Oh, thank you for that picture.
Okay, so as Piggy is like in the dressing room, she's talking to Kermit and Uncle Deb, and basically pointing out that Groby Poo has ideas. She doesn't say that.
Groby Poo.
I just came up with that, so it's not the episode, but yeah, it's Groby Poo. Basically, her and Groban has some ideas.
Oh yeah, so
and basically the same ideas that Kermit the Frog suggested. So I guess Groban is kind of the perfected version of Kermit the Frog in Piggy's eyes for this episode.
I imagine probably every man that Piggy dates is the perfected version of Kermit the Frog.
Oh, if only she would date Bryan Cranston.
Oh my god.
Okay, anyway, so basically, suggesting authors, like having authors on the show. You know, like when you talk to the guys for books and stuff. You know, when you're plugging the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's basically what Kermit the Frog suggested before. She's never heard him out. I guess she's taking his personal issues from the relationship and do like, I don't care what Kermit says. He thinks he's running the show. I'm really running the show here. That's what she thinks. So anyway, so now that Groban brings it up, of course, you know, this is kind of the classic Yoko Ono type thing.
Exactly.
Essentially, it's classic Yoko Ono to a T. Basically, the partner of the talent gets ideas, and they kind of bring everything down.
Oh yeah.
You tear a hole right in the ship's hull, and then it just sinks.
And I think Yoko Ono gets kind of an unfair amount of shit. I just want to put that out there.
Well, I'm just saying that's what the thing is about. I'm not saying she is that way or not. You know, it's like even the Powerpuff Girls is pointing this out.
I feel bad for Yoko now. I kind of do.
Okay, anyway, so.
I mean, I'm just saying she's done a lot to help preserve the legacy of John Lennon. So I respect her for that.
Well, the cynics would say she's making up for all the bad stuff she did. That's what
they can be cynics, whatever.
That's what the cynics would say. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's what the cynics would say.
I respect her a lot more now than I did when I was like a teenager. All right. Anyways.
Anyway, moving on. So let's see. So it's basically I brought that author idea up to you 5 years ago. Well, what about that one author? I gave you a book to read. So, yeah, I'm halfway through. Well, she's dead now. Says, oh, good. I finished reading her book. Kind of a dark joke, pretty funny.
And then she has an awful suggestion.
Yes. What's the awful suggestion?
Oh, it would be divine if the band went acoustic.
They're
a warm glass of milk to help you fall asleep.
They're the Electric Mayhem Band. Electric.
Piggy, it's a TV show, not a warm glass of milk.
And Don't
you think if we try, it could be both? And then Bobo walks, like, Kermit's just like, milk. And then Bobo, of course, at the wrong time, just like, oh, you want some cookies with the milk? Hello? Yummy cookies.
Oh, how do you not? I just wanted to buy some of Bobo's cookies just to, you know? That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, give me some Thin Mints, Bobo. I actually had a craving for Thin Mints a few days ago. All right, anyways.
So
the band is just broken.
And then Sadler, they're playing acoustic, and there's the more I love this. the logo on the drum, it's usually like an open mouth. It's like closed and sad.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's a great detail. Oh
It is. It's the idea of like it's not like shouting like a rock and roll. It's just like it's like kind of quiet and like a little sad. Like,
And I get the feeling like this is some sort of a commentary on hipsters. I don't know.
I'm saying you don't take the electric out of Electric Mayhem Band.
Exactly.
Anyways, then the leftists just stacked their water. They're asleep listening to this music. They thought they had given up. It's like, in the line of duty of reviewing the Muppets. It's like we've literally given our all here. We are literally put to sleep.
Animal just passes out on the drum when the song's finished.
Yep, and that
comes out.
What's it called?
What was that song called?
Dead Inside.
We wrote it today.
So let's see. So we got. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. We have a guest star. We got Raza Aslan.
Sounds about right.
That sounds close. It's as close as I can get. I'm sorry, fella, if I'm getting your name wrong. If you're listening out there, which chances are you're probably not, but hopefully. So. So this writer's on, and basically he writes books on American history, I believe, or at least history. Mm-hmm. And basically Piggy's just kind of it's similar to her Hungry Games.
Oh please, I want to be in the Hunger Games.
See, Piggy, not the best reader. Not really. She's not exactly the Ellen DeGeneres or the Oprah Winfrey type. She's not really. She doesn't really. She's more the Chelsea Handler variety. I don't mean to make it sound that bad, but she's just doesn't really give it the old in terms of like reading the book. Or I doubt she's even read a chapter. She's looked at the cover, maybe like read the book jacket, if anything. If anything.
Well, I think you're giving her a little too much credit. Slow down there.
Well, true. Anyway, so she's
going 7 miles an hour.
Anyway, so she's pointing out says, "Oh, so you don't use imagination when you're writing this?" She's kind of blatantly insulting the guy.
Well, that's a little lazy. Fascinating.
Anyways, then Gonzo with Kermit on the side there at the monitor. Again, it doesn't look like you're going to go out of Gonzo Kermit at this point, but it'd be nice to get a little more of that.
Yeah, it's only 2 episodes in, man. Give it a chance. They have a little exchange here, and then they have the thing at the end.
Yeah. So anyway, so Gonzo points out, my mom is stuck in the jungle, and I'm sure she's having a better time than we're having right now watching this thing.
So I guess he has information on his mother at this point. It's kind of like this drama that's just kind of unfolding in the background of the episode.
Yeah, Gonzo's mom's being held hostage in South America. She's fine.
Oh god! And then Miss Piggy, she's just going on a tangent. Libraries have had it too good for too long.
Yeah, this is just shit. Okay, let me. Here's an issue out of the episode. Let me bring this out here. Okay, so with the jokes, with the premise is hilarious. I think the payoffs are decent, but the middle here's issues with the middle. So right here's the problem is. They kind of, because the episodes are only half an hour, and with this kind of setup they got here, it's just they either go by too fast or they don't linger. It's just it feels like you're just trying to kill time in the middle of the setup and the payoff here.
You know what it feels like?
What?
It feels like an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, don't start. That is not. The Big Bang Theory got better. It got a lot better.
All right.
No, but seriously, see what I'm saying though?
What the actress who plays Penny says about the earlier seasons, haven't you?
Yeah, I heard. Did you see what I mean though? It's like
yeah. But even the cast doesn't like those early episodes.
It's not just me. But you see what I'm saying? I mean, this library thing was pretty funny. But after this library thing, that's what I'm saying. So basically, at the little library bit, just showing the bad show. It's like they're kind of running out of steam with the Groban Piggy thing, which we're going to see in great detail. But I just want to set that up for you when we get to it. Bear in mind, so, I think they lose steam after the library gag, which is pretty funny. Been giving books away too free, too long.
And then I just like how the author, he's just like dumbfounded. I completely disagree. Like he doesn't know what to say.
Exactly. And then I gotta wonder, how does Biggie still have a show after bits like this?
Oh, God.
Anyways, then we see Fozzie at Jay Leno's house. You know,
nobody's calling the cops.
Yeah, this scene's pretty funny. I like this scene.
All right.
Want to take us through?
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, he's at he's at a table, and there's a candy bowl, a couple candy bowls, and a notebook. Oh, this must be where he keeps his jokes.
Yeah.
Call exterminator. Make doctor's appointment. I mean, there's two great setups right there.
And he just keeps
his other punchlines in another notebook.
So apparently it's just his to-do list. The joke book. Anyways, then Jay Leno walks by and he says, "Oh, yeah, Fozzie, you made it." Says,
"Wow, that means a lot coming from you, Jay."
See, this is the kind of premise I'd like to see. Just like Muppets getting invited to celebrities' houses. This could be funny.
I'm sure we'll see more of that.
Anyways, he's basically saying, "Oh, can I call you my friends?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, hopefully Cranston in the future.
Oh, I would love that. So, Kermit the Frog and Bryan Cranston, I would love to see that.
Maybe having a Breaking Bad themed party.
That could be funny. And Beaker and Dr. Hunt, they got to have Cranston, Beaker, and Dr. Hunt. We're not going to get into that again, though. We're not going to speculate on that one again. Okay, anyway, so basically, Fozzie's like, "Oh, can I say I've been to my friend Jay Leno's house? My best friend Jay Leno, and hugging each other." Hugging each other. He says, "Oh, yeah, you can fur on my pants. Or you can Jay Leno on my fur." So it's it's charming, very funny. And then basically saying, "Oh, listen, Fozzie, you got to try the upstairs toilet. It's a Japanese toilet. You know, does all the work for you." So, "Toilet talk with Jay Leno. This is great."
And he needs a souvenir.
Yeah, this is. After this bit, it kind of loses steam. Yes, Fozzie takes takes candy dish from Jay Leno. You know, for me, I would have taken the candy, the wrap candy. So, "Oh, I got this from Jay Leno's house." Wouldn't brag about it, but just it'd be something for me. You know what I'm saying? "Oh, get some free candy from Jay Leno's house. It's nice."
I do like the reveal of exactly what this candy bowl represents to Jay.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reveal of that is hilarious, but I'm mixed. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just mixed on it personally. We'll get to it.
Is the reason why you're mixed just because it doesn't feel like Fozzie learned his lesson?
It's half of that.
Okay. I mean, I can see as someone who's a fan of Fozzie is kind of like, you know, just a kind-hearted person. Like, my whole thing is that Fozzie's very conflicted about it the whole time, and he is kind of an idiot where he just keeps repeating the same mistake over and over.
Yeah, that's a majority of it. Yeah, it's like
okay.
But we'll get to it. Anyway, so it's, you know, he takes the candy. I just love how he empties it, and I love how cleverly he steals it. Though, like puts it under his hat. But puts it on his head. That puts the head. That's the clever way of stealing that candy. It's the perfect size candy dish for Fozzie to take. And
we'll see later. There's not everything that Fozzie wants is going to be the perfect size for that hat.
Nope. So then we got Bobo versus the newsman again, and it's hilarious. The way this pans out, just saying, "Seriously, you're here again?" After I told you not to, and he says, "Hey, basically,
breaking news. Let's go to me outside."
So this is what I'm talking. This is more like kind of like the Wild West set of like, "You're on my turf again. Get out of here."
Right.
And he's sold to the monster that punched Fozzie. Actually, he is actually the receptionist. So I want to point that out to you. So the monster is actually the receptionist.
Okay.
He takes the messages and he barks them out at people, which we're going to see. So basically, he bought some cookies, and Bob was saying, "Seriously, you bought cookies for him? I'm new here. I don't understand the office politics."
Oh God, I can relate to that so much.
It's pretty funny. He eats the whole box of cookies.
But is it just me, or does it look like Honeydew and Beaker also have boxes of
cookies? Yes. Dr. Honeydew is eating the cookie too.
So Honeydew's going behind Bobo's back as well.
He is. It's pretty funny. Oh, Dr. Honeydew is always pleasant. He is.
Maybe the Muppet Newsman is offering them at a discount price because he can sell to both the news office and this. What do you think?
I don't know. I think he's going here. I think it's just. I assume he just exhausted all the people he could sell to in the news building. Either that or no one likes him in the news building.
I'd love it if we saw more of that. Oh my god!
It's like, oh man,
if
really
we saw him being like a total outsider in the news building.
Oh, what? No, you'd be hilarious. It was actually all human news.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And you know what they do? They can actually get.
And then nobody respects him.
And they would get actually Hollywood news guys to be on there. The guys in California who do the news, you know, just like. Oh yes.
Wonderful.
And basically, oh, can I do the news? We get him out of the mailroom one time, and he's still around. One time. And he's still around. Oh my god! If that guy didn't retire, we would have him by the neck right now. The guy who put him on. Just and over like a coffee break or something, saying, "Oh, we hate that guy." Saying, "Hey guys, how's it going?" All right. Hey Tony, nice weather report. Very nice job. Okay, anyways, let's see. Has anyone seen Connie Chung? Okay, anyway, so let's see what's going on there. So, after the cookie bit, Dr. Honeydew eats his cookie. Oh, yeah. All right, with candy dish. So, Fozzie's going on about, oh, look at the candy dish. He has a souvenir from Jay Leno's house.
If this candy dish could talk, then you'd have a talking candy dish, and maybe it would be impressive, see?
Oh, yeah, it's funny. But, you know, it's Fozzie bragging about, oh, I took this candy dish from a celebrity's house. You know, you're bragging about theft, Fozzie, but he catches it. You know, so it was so. You know, I like how everyone's kind of calling.
To me, I'm willing to let this slide as Fozzie be naive.
I mean, later on, that's what's running at my issues with it later on. Here, I guess it's fine. He's dawning on him now, like how bad, what a
that's
bad
what
thing.
I'm saying. It's like he realizes that he did a wrong thing. It's just the fact that he repeats his mistake.
Yeah. That's the. I mean, so right now it's fine. So it's him learning it. So okay, let's see. So saying, well, you know, he probably has like security cameras and stuff, and you know, Fozzie's starting to panic and saying, oh, he left it out there because he wanted me to take it. He says, oh no. So yeah, that's classic.
Oh
Fozzie.
God.
So that's. I remember that bit from the first episode. It's like, yeah, my parents really hate you. Oh. God.
Oh.
See, that's funny.
Becomes a running thing with him.
That's funny. I mean, that's classic Foz. Everything's fine with that.
Wow, that's a nice venue.
Okay, so then basically they're having a little meeting here, and so basically Kermit the Frog saying, well, last night's show was terrible. You know, it's on me, though. I set her up with that horrible, evil, incredibly talented
velvet
piano god.
Oh my God.
And then I love the way Kermit says this. I just love the delivery on this. It really shouldn't be funny, but it sounds the way. First of all, I think it's really good puppetry on Kermit the Frog, and this it's such a realistic performance here. I love it. It's just him saying, you know, tonight he like beats his flipper on the table. Says, you know, tonight I'm getting rid of Groban. I just love it when he says, I'm getting rid of Groban.
But nobody's happy about that.
Yep, they all go, no, and basically, you know, working here, it was like prison suit. You know, we're having code green here. Like, that means before it was working like with prison sushi.
Now it's like gas station sushi.
You know how much we love our gas.
We love gas station sushi.
Yeah, this is where I'm starting to. This is where I'm starting to get a problem with overall. It's like sinking in the idea here that it's so miserable working here. There's like if they're having no joy, you're on just leave.
Nah,
I don't know. It's just something to sink in.
Way too much into that particular thing because it's the Muppets. Like I said, it's like with the Muppet Show. The whole point of it was that no show went well.
Yeah, but they all had fun on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess all I want to see is them having fun with the show.
It's a job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's plenty of room for for fun interactions and everything, but it's a job, and sometimes jobs can be fucking miserable, and sometimes you can't just up and leave a job even if you want to. That's kind of a reality of life.
I'm factoring some stuff that I probably shouldn't be factoring in, well, shouldn't they get like Muppet royalties for all the stuff they've done? I guess gotta have some more episodes to get used to that, I guess. But anyway, so they were like, no, don't tell, like, don't get rid of them.
With Robin around, I haven't even had to do my pre-show cry, Scooter.
Animal pre-show
cry. Animal pre-show cry.
And then Sweetums reads his birthday card with Piggy wrote on it, and it's just, you're a cascade. Sound like a cascading.
You're a good. I don't know a glucado. A glucado in my heart. I don't know.
Is it glissado or is it?
Yes, that's what it is. Yes. Cascading sunshine.
You're a glissado.
Apparently, between the two of us, we don't know what she wrote. So
you're a glissado in my heart of cascading sunshine.
There we go.
And then I love this Colonel Frost saying, "Well, it's Piggy under the influence of Robin."
Yeah, it is. It is.
Anyway, so then Kermit says, "Well, I've made up my mind on doing this," and I leave. And then someone points out, "Well, there's 20 of us. None of us stopped him." And then Dr. Honeydew again, being the doctor, he's getting the ruling here, saying, "Well, I guess happiness has made us too soft." Okay, so then we got we have the monster and Fozzie here.
Hey, Fozzie, you have a message.
So again, these two have some issues because Monster punched.
They do.
It's such a strange vibe. The Monster might have been like on like a work release program of some sort because it just seems really crabby.
Exactly.
He might have got like a misdemeanor or something for like yelling at a cop or something, and now he's just here.
Oh, and so he has a message from Jay Leno, and Fozzie's panicking. He's like, "Well, did he seem mad? I don't know. I just take messages. I don't judge tone."
This monster's hilarious. So then we got Kermit going to Piggy's dressing room, and he's accosted by Groban.
Oh dear.
Groban greets him at the door in a fancy
robe. Full-on like Japanese robe, kind of similar to the birthday present that Fonzie's father got him. Am I right? A little bit.
Sure, you gave him like a smoking jacket?
No, he got him like some sort of. It was from Singapore, remember?
Right. So yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking kimono, but something else.
Whatever. That's an obscure reference.
Right. And point is, Groban's like in like one of these Zen robes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like in a Zen robe because she's getting like hot rocks put on her back. They want to be like spa treatment things. Basically, it's a hot stone massage. She's kind of in the middle of something. He says, "Well, I need to talk to her. Anything you would say to her, say to my lady, you would say to me." Well, it basically says, "I don't like Josh Groban. I think you should leave him. I don't like who you're dating."
The guy you're dating is an absolute nightmare.
Well, you're an you're an insecure swamp rat. I was going to say insensitive toad. You're an insecure swamp rat. Well, that was her, though. That was her. I think you're terrific. I love that. So I love Groban.
That was great. Yeah.
Oh, that was her, though. I think you're terrific. Yeah, good for Groban. All being all pleasant and stuff. So we're just trying to turn her into you. Wouldn't the world be a better place if everyone was a little like me?
Arguably.
Anyway, so Kermit's not being let in, so he says, "You're forgetting you're dealing with a frog here," and he jumps.
I can jump!
And I think there's a subtle gag here of Kermit the Frog being out of shape, so he couldn't jump over.
Yeah, more subtle Kermit out of shape gags.
Yep, and he says, anyways, I think it says, "Well, yeah, bye, Frog," and then slams the door, and then Piggy saying, "Too hot, and then the Swedish chef comes walking by. Pretty funny.
Okay, so here we go with the Fozzie Jay Leno thing.
Okay. Well,
I think this setup's really fun. He's got a confessional outside the house. So I learned my lesson, and the best thing to do is to go and sneak the bullet and hope no one notices. And then he drops it.
Yep.
He cracks it. Oh yeah. Well,
that's
a setback.
Okay, so right now they're going against convention, which is clever. You know, it's like the whole thing. I'm just going to sneak it back in. Well, now it's not an option. So let's see what they do. They're going to do something really clever here. So again, setup so far going strong. Everything's fine. Then he goes in the house and he's sitting down. Then he's doing. First of all, he's really obvious with it. I mean, it's classic Fozzie, but he's really laying it on really thick. I mean, thicker than usual. Just saying, "Oh, I'm not going to take this seat. I'm going to sit down."
All right. Well, I don't know what you're on, but.
So then Leno basically offers him a spot in Vegas. Says, "Well, would you like to open for me in Vegas?" Says, "Was that why you called me here?" "Yeah, you don't steal my stuff. Your stuff, my jokes." "Oh, he says, this is the greatest." After he says, "Oh, sure,
No, I don't steal jokes ever."
Oh. Anyways, then basically Leno says, "Oh, sure, let's celebrate." He's like about to pour a drink or something for him. He goes out of the room.
He goes to grab some champagne.
Yeah. Anyway, so Fozzie's accepting. He says, "Oh, this is the greatest moment of my life. If only I had a souvenir."
And that's your problem.
Well, it's not so much he goes. And it's a bit of he goes for it again. It's like the idea of Fozzie going to the souvenir mode again. It's kind of funny. It's not so much it doesn't work. It's just I'm mixed on it. So I get why it's funny. It's not. It's like he doesn't learn a lesson. It's like he goes for the brass rooster, and then Jay Leno walks in, sees him trying to do it, and then here's what I liked. I like Jay Leno saying, "Well, son, we all got idols." So basically, Jay Leno giving Fozzie some advice about taking souvenirs from people's house. I love that. That's great. And then the idea of the candy dish. Now, basically, I think if you take the rooster out of the equation, it might be a little funnier. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, I could totally see that. Because the rooster is kind of the thing where it's like that's kind of the inherent flaws that we don't want to view Fozzie as like selfish or dumb or both. Yeah. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like don't you think it might be a little funnier if like Jay Leno actually like the tension in the room is like looking like Jay Leno just he didn't notice it yet, but what if Fozzie walks in, then he notices it, and Fozzie's just kind of attitude kind of gives it away that, "Oh wait, you took this thing, didn't you?" Then he gives him the advice, and then just something goes wrong. Something like that. Either that, or like Jay Leno's just so meticulous about everything, just he expects everything's fine. Jay Leno's actually putting him on, saying, "Look, Fozzie, I know you took my candy dish." See, something like that. That's what I was hoping for, or expecting, like one of those angles. But anyway, so they said, "So son, you got we have idols too. I actually took this candy dish from George Carlin's house, and of course George Carlin, unfortunately, no longer with us." Which makes it even more special. And this is, well, where is it? Then the way it plays out like this is that then Fozzie just after just this brass rooster is really kind of throwing it off for some reason. It's just then
the brass rooster is a cock.
Oh, I didn't really get that. Well, I know it is, but the point. Really stuck on that this episode with Zoot and now with the rooster. Okay, anyway, but it's this thing of like trying to think what I was saying here. Oh yeah. It says that because he goes to the rooster and it doesn't work, and they just point at this candy dish. It's yeah.
Is your problem that Leno reacts to the candy dish a little too?
Well, I think it's because of this rooster. He tries again, then Leno gives him the story, and then Fozzie just then he gives it away because he's just continuing this attitude of like, well, I don't know, it was there when I got there. He's far too obvious. Fozzie's not just like laying it on. He's not telling him the truth at this point. He's just like still playing it on. He hasn't learned his lesson in this moment. He's just still pretending like, no, I didn't tell you. He doesn't admit that he did the thing with the candy dish.
Okay, yeah.
It's like Fozzie doesn't take his moment of change,
Right, right.
That's the issue. It's Fozzie doesn't take his moment of change. He doesn't learn anything. He just still Jay Leno's leveling with him, and he could have a moment here talking to Jay Leno. He still tries to lie to him.
I don't have this big a problem with it.
Again, it's a subjective thing,
Yeah.
Then I love this gag though. Like he could have gone for the pen the whole time. Well, take a pen seriously. Here's the moral of the story, kids. Go for the pen. Don't go for the thing people actually go out of their ways to buy, like candy.
I mean, to be fair, like a candy bowl does seem like something that's rather superfluous that a rich person probably wouldn't notice is missing, except it just happened to have the significance for Leno.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't you think, like, out of anything that he could have taken, it's not like he took, like, anything that was significantly valuable.
Well, he was going to
except on a personal level to Leno, which he had no idea about.
Well, he's getting ready to take a brass rooster, which is a step up from
Okay, yeah, you're right. The rooster throws everything out.
That's what I'm saying. It's seriously, it's like Fozzie.
Fucking rooster.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously, like, he doesn't learn his lesson from one is he broke the candy dish, okay, and because he broke the candy dish, you think he would have learned it. He would have extremely guilty. Now he has a whole nother mess to worry about making up for the dish, and then he absolutely hasn't learned anything because he's taken this rooster, and the rooster is an upgrade from the candy dish first and foremost because it's like a special.
Oh, absolutely.
I have a brass chicken at home. No, it doesn't make it better. Fozzie, what's wrong with you? See, Fozzie, it's because for this moment, Fozzie turns into a kleptomaniac. He turns into Marie Schrader.
Oh, dear.
See, that's the issue. And, of course, we know how that panned out on Breaking Bad.
It panned out in terms of being the one storyline in Breaking Bad that was non-existent.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? That's why
it was the one storyline on Breaking Bad that didn't really go anywhere.
Yep.
Open House, still the worst episode of Breaking Bad ever in my mind.
I gotta rewatch it just to make sure.
It's pretty bad. It's basically nothing but Marie going around and stealing shit like this.
Okay, anyway, so then Jay Leno's had enough of you got a problem. Get out. He says, well, can I take this pen? Get out!
Get out!
And you'll notice he does take the pen.
Oh, does he? Of course
he takes the pen.
Well, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So then, okay, let me run through this. I love Kermit here. My issue with the episode, though, is like there's no... It feels like a rushed conclusion with the whole Groban thing.
Well, I mean, I feel like everything is kind of a rushed conclusion.
Yeah, the first episode didn't feel too rushed. Did it?
No, I felt like the first episode really put a lot of things in motion, and that's what a first episode should do, and it's a really good first episode for that.
And that's a balance you have to walk when you have a half-an-hour show. Like I'm watching Patrick Stewart's new show right now, Blunt Talk, and it's a good show, and it has a lot of potential. Here's the issue. It only has a half-an-hour runtime, which means they bring up some good ideas, but then they kind of just there's not enough time to explore these things.
Well, to be fair, Steven Universe is only a 10-minute show, and it explores some incredibly deep and complex topics incredibly well. But I won't get into that because you don't know about Steven Universe because you don't watch it.
In a weird way, it's kind of strange. In a weird way, kind of. Aside from animation, really, live action always has a kind of a problem pulling these things off within half an hour.
You're right, yeah.
Animation, like Batman the Animated Series.
With animation, a lot of things can be expressed more in visuals. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, with that, it's like you can have like a 30-second visual, and Steven Universe does do this a lot. Like, you can have a 30-second visual that'll tell you, like, holy shit, now that 30 seconds that I just saw now adds another layer of complexity to that whole character.
And depending, sometimes the serialized nature of it can be troublesome. Sometimes. Because, like, again, Batman the Animated Series is kind of standalone each episode, essentially. It's a little drama. It's a mini-movie each time.
And Steven Universe has the continuity of something like Dragon Ball Z, so, I mean, it's pretty rich in terms of its mythology.
Yeah, but like a show like Blunt Talk, the issue is it keeps basically it's trying to balance a lot of things, comedy, some plot, and character development within half an hour each time. You only have so much of a through line going on there. Point is, so here my issue with this episode as a whole is that the Groban thing, again, great setups here, and we get some great gags too, but they just kind of peter out. Like we get to our conclusion, which is a clever conclusion for Groban, but just getting there, it's like I feel unfulfilled in the middle there because it's just like, okay, so Kermit the Frog and Groban have this little interaction, and you know it's kind of funny. I mean, it has a few good lines, like but then really, it's a rushed conclusion. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying at all?
But I felt the same way about the Bobo storyline, though. That's the thing.
That's the weird reverse of it. See, that to me is a funny gag. It's a running gag, like classic Muppet fashion. This to me feels like a plot that is rushed over a running gag. Which I think is a bigger issue. But anyways, then we get like a funny gag here in between it all, just kind of before we get to our rushed bit, I think. We got Kermit the Frog, and it says, when I'm frustrated, I get into my golf cart and I floor it around the lot. The speed limit's 5 or 6 miles per hour, but I don't care going up to 6 or 7.
Yeah, and here comes probably, for my money, probably the best cameo in the show.
Yeah, I love this actor, so I mean, I love this.
Oh, I do too. Oh my God, you and I are in the same boat when it comes to
seriously,
that.
this actor is so talented. He's so good. And just him, it's a little mean-spirited, but it's funny though.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking awesome.
It is, because this is what the guy does. Hey, let's bring him up. So anyway, so Kermit the Frog he's driving around, he almost runs into this guy, and because they're on the same set, on the same network, on ABC, there's a show called Blackish, and in that show, I believe playing a grandfather in that show, if I'm right, I don't watch it. I don't have the time for him, unfortunately. We had the incomparable, the wonderful, also driving a golf cart in a hurry, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yay!
By the way, don't call him Larry. He doesn't like that.
Cowboy Curtis himself.
Yes.
What about calling him Cowboy Curtis? Would he appreciate that?
I don't know.
Just straight up go up to him and be like, "Well, how's it going, Cowboy Curtis?"
Yeah, I think he reflects on that nicely. I don't know, maybe like he seems like it's like he has a sense of humor, but he's also a really tough guy too. You don't want to mess with Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I remember when I found out that fucking Morpheus was Cowboy Curtis. It blew my mind.
My favorite thing Lawrence Fishburne's done. He's had he's on Hannibal recently. He does a great job on Hannibal.
Cool.
He plays Jack Crawford on Hannibal, and he's really good.
But
my favorite thing he's done, I really loved him in CSI for like the season and a half he was on it for. He did such a good job. He played Ray Langston.
He was in the Predator reboot, and he only had like 10 minutes of screen time, but man, that 10 minutes of screen time was so much better than anything else in that movie.
Yeah, speaking of which, speaking of a crappy movie Lawrence Fishburne improved with the scenes he was in, Ride Along, the movie with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
Right.
But Lawrence Fishburne had he was kind of the surprise guest to that movie, like the third act, and because basically they're building him up as Omar.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
basically they're bringing up like there's this ominous guy called Omar through the whole movie. We don't know who this guy is. He's kind of like the white whale to Ice Cube's character, but like, I'm hunting this guy down. And basically Kevin Hart pretends to be this guy, and then basically he's just to kind of throw Kevin Hart off by being this guy. He just walks in there and he basically says, "I'm Omar," and he's like the big crime boss of the whole movie as Kevin Hart's pretending to be this guy to save Ice Cube. It's pretty funny. So the point is, Lawrence Fishburne, even that movie, he improved it, just with the third act being in that section.
Point is, we're fans of Fishburne.
We love the fish. We love Fishburne.
Okay.
So they run. So Kermit the Frog almost runs into Lawrence Fishburne. He's saying, "Hey, watch it, frog." Lawrence Fishburne.
By the way, I watched your show last night. It sucked.
Lawrence Fishburne being like being so maliciously angry.
Yeah. But you know what's great about it is that he's almost taking glee in it.
I know, that's the thing. He's so gleeful in the malice of like, I'm in a show. I like to think when the cameras are off, Lawrence Fishburne and Kermit the Frog, they're hugging it out. I like to think that. Okay, anyway, so Lawrence, why are you here? Let me ask you, are you gonna do the show? Oh, sure. I want to stop sucking. Well, basically says if it keeps on sucking this way, never.
Maniacal laugh.
It's almost like he laughs. He laughs later on. He says, if it keeps sucking like that, never. It's just the way he says never. Okay, anyway,
so Kermit, he's just reflecting. He's like, everything's slipping away.
There's nothing I can do in her life, and I can't stop it. It's her show after all. There's nothing I can do. And then Lawrence Fishburne, again, class act Lawrence Fishburne is, and the Clooney-esque prankster in him drives up. And he says, "Oh, hi, hey Kermit." First of all, I love the sincerity. Lawrence Fishburne is such a good actor. He can just pull this off and first say, "Hey Kermit, listen. I'm sorry about what I said about your show. I had a rough night." "Oh, really?" I think Kermit the Frog indulging you because he's a nice guy. Kermit the Frog bringing just saying, "Oh, really? What happened?" Says, "I watched your show and it sucked." Then I think he laughs.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That is just like evil Fishburne just being gleefully malicious.
Yes, and then he drives off, and I think he's maniacally laughing on the way out. By the way, so in the Clooney-esque prankster and Fishburne. Okay, anyways, then we got Bobo and Scooter. This is a nice moment. This bit I thought was really so. This is again.
And by the way, I think Scooter continues to get some good development on the show.
So again, we get an inkling of heart here. Well, again, Bobo has all the heart in this episode.
He does. He does.
So then Bobo's like sadly eating his cookies, and we can assume he's paying for those cookies too to help his daughter.
Right.
So he's just eating those cookies, all sad and defeated. No one's buying my cookies. Then Scooter sees him. Oh, hey, Bobo, any luck with the cookie sales? He says, no, just basically my daughter learned a life lesson. Don't count on Dad.
Oh,
I wanted to buy so many of his cookies in the scene, didn't you? And then Scooter brings up, well, you should try the band. You know, those guys are always happy, legally. I'm sure the band be happy to buy your cookies. They're always happy.
Yeah, those guys are always happy.
Legally
now.
So then,
and this is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of like, to me, this felt like the most rushed conclusion out of all the storylines. To me, at least.
Well, you know, I think what's kind of softens is like it's kind of a double joke. One, it's like the banders, you know, they're happy to help they eat cookies, you know, they're a band, but also the subtle.
But I assume they have plenty of munchies.
I was thinking of something else actually. You know what I thought the subtle gag was, Tiki? I thought the subtle gag, and I thought it's kind of piggybacking off of that. I thought it was that Scooter may have misled them about what the cookies are.
Oh,
that's what I assumed it was.
That would be great. I could see that, and yes, that would be great.
So that was my assuming
that Sam Witwicky's parents would approve.
Yes, Tiki, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the band might be under the impression by Scooter, and again, nice for Scooter to help out one way or another, just maybe pointing out to the band, oh, hey, Bobo's got some cookies.
Some special cookies.
Animal like special cookies.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm going to a concert in like an hour and a half, and I'm kind of sad that I don't have any special cookies.
Okay, let's not get arrested here.
Okay.
Anyway, well, you see what I mean? There might be like a subtle gag.
Yeah, I hear you.
Either way, I think it was like it's a nice conclusion with a fun and payoff when Bobo says, "Oh, screw the bike, my kid's getting a Prius." That's
Four boxes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, so then we got then we got Kermit here. Kermit's plan again. I think it's a great payoff, but again, it just feels like it's like we only have like one thing with Groban, and then it just ends.
Well, like you said, dude, I don't really think that's a fault of the episode. It's a fault of the 20 minutes.
That's the thing, though. I don't know. It's like
hell, if you think about it, though, the Fozzie thing could have just basically been lifted out of the episode, and nothing would have changed. Yeah,
that's the issue. It's like it's like kind of hard to understand. I mean, you have to expect it. It's a thing you have to expect with some of these half-hour live action shows. Sometimes it's going to be rushed. Like The Big Bang Theory, there was a season where the episodes weren't bad. They went by really like that, and it was good stuff that went by like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be what you might have heard. It's
I guess as a Steven Universe fan, I feel spoiled because I get like these awesome chunks of like insight and poetry in 10 minutes, but.
I like Seinfeld.
I'm sorry, I'm really playing on the Steven Universe thing.
For example, Seinfeld never felt rushed.
But Seinfeld never had a running story.
Well, they had plot lines, not plot lines.
Did they really?
Well, I shouldn't. They had like A story, B story, like any show. So basically, Jerry.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like they never had like a story arc that would play out throughout an entire season, right?
Yeah, they never had that. No.
Besides maybe the whole thing with George's fiance.
Well, no, actually, to be fair, I'm sorry. When they actually had those, but they were like in the background for like a few episodes would bring it up, and they'd just be in the background.
So like, the way I took it, like I think Friends probably has more continuity than Seinfeld.
Yes, it does. But I mean, well, Seinfeld, like they would return their guest stars, and basically they just have a quick line saying, "Oh, yeah, that guy from when that happened," and then you just go back watch the episode. Basically, the plot line would be like season 4 of Seinfeld is they're working on a pilot, which is the meta joke of like the Seinfeld show is happening in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And George, like the only really running through lines, like George now works for the Yankees this season, and
right, exactly. Yeah,
that's really it for like through line, and it's bad. And then 7 is like George gets a fiance, and let's just say that doesn't pan out.
No, I know all about that.
My point is, with this, it's a tricky thing. We have like a running season. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a hard thing to pull off, yes, but it still makes me wish it was like if they get like the first episode, if they had something powerful to kind of get us or something like that, you know.
And keep in mind, I think we're expecting too much if we're expecting every episode to have as much emotion as that first episode did.
Yeah, but I want to feel satisfied. That one I felt satisfied after, even if it's not like the same emotion.
No, I hear you, because this episode, it's just like, it's a lot of funny gags and everything, but as a whole, it just kind of feels like, okay, that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like this guy.
Yeah, that was something that went down. All right.
Yeah. It's like it really goes by fast with the whole Groban romance, because in its face, it's like, okay, well, she meets someone, she falls head over heels in love, and you kind of go by in like 2 minutes, and then you have the rest of it playing out like, well, she's stuck and giving ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a fault of it's a fault of the runtime. You're absolutely right, but still, it's still lacking. Though, and I wish they had something we can't think of right now, something to kind of fill that, you know.
All right. Well, like I said, I think maybe one of the solutions would be to just cut the Fozzie story and then focus more on Leno and Kermit, or more on Groban and Kermit.
Yeah, because the first episode had like one running plot line with gags that were interspersed around it.
Right, yeah.
And the Groban thing, I know what the issue is now. The Groban thing is more of a side plot within a bunch of other side plots, not a running thing.
That's exactly what the issue is. You're right.
Okay, I think we got it. Okay.
There we go.
Right. Hey, we figured it out. Yay for us. Right. Okay, so let's see. We're almost done here. So let's see. Okay, so Kermit's figured a clever way out of the Groban situation here. So let's see. So he's basically apologizing because I just want to apologize to you guys because we want to celebrate how Groban is actually the Vision. You can't spell words you can't spell without visions. Is
visions?
Oh, well, I was thinking about true, but I was thinking about television. And with your ideas, we wanted to give you a proper thanks, your proper due, and basically reveals of the poster outside Up Late with Miss Piggy.
Josh Groban presents Up Late with Miss Piggy.
Yep.
This is great because Piggy's reaction is priceless. She's just, oh!
Yeah. Now, again, this is funny, and this is actually kind of a malicious Kermit. It's like this is like this.
Yeah, but I like it though because it's like I feel like it's understandable.
Yeah, but I don't want to make this clear though because you said this a little earlier, but I just want to make it clear. Kermit's not doing this for Piggy. He's doing this for the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just want to make that clear. I mean, it's Kermit being brilliant at we gotta get this guy out here, otherwise we can't do our jobs.
So Groban sees the billboard and he's just like, I love it! And then I love this. I love Kermit. Right?
Yeah, but also it's even better. Just Kermit again, just playing. It's such a Heisenberg plan for Kermit. It's so funny. It's like he's thought about this so long, he's so confident, so cocky in this scene, just saying, well, this says, because I know you're like the only female co-host of the only female host in late night. Okay, but this just shows you right off the bat, I can't do it without a man, without a strong man behind me. Then Miss Piggy going, ah. And then this is hilarious. I don't know if you caught this or not, Tiki, but no, it's even better. It's Kermit the Frog whispering to Josh Groban, bye, and then Josh Groban looking like, wait, what? As Miss Piggy just keeps going like, ah. And then we cut to.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, though. I will agree that this is probably one of the more malicious things that Kermit's done.
I mean, it's brilliant, but it's still
malicious. It is.
I don't think I've seen Kermit the Frog. I'm just saying bye-byes, and hey, I've terminated you. Bye-bye. It's the most
terminated.
It's like the most it's the most Bugs Bunny I've ever seen Kermit the Frog.
That's a good comparison, right?
So the most malicious hit the bad animal over the head with an anvil type Looney Tune antics I've seen. Mm-hmm. So Kermit the Frog. So basically Miss Piggy's rationalizing breaking up with Josh Groban, and that goes like,
well, sometimes when you're in a relationship and the other person is too powerful, you just have to feel like the other person is changing. And, well, because of that, I thought Josh was changing for me, so I let him go.
No, casual is like, so I let him go. And then we see Sweetums. He's taking down the sign as this is going on, and then when this hilarious punch out, it caught me off guard, and I love this. So this is kind of my Tom Bergeron moment for the episode, and I loved it. It's just like Kermit the Frog's getting in the elevator, about to leave, and then Leah Thompson's in the elevator, and
Kermit will give Leah Thompson some extra special salami. Hey yo!
Oh, God, Tiki. Oh, that's bad, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, oh, more like oh no. Give me an O. Give me another O. Okay, anyway, so Leah Thompson's the other. First of all, Leah Thompson, she still looks breathtaking. Oh my God.
Indeed,
and you see why Kermit the Frog loves Leah Thompson. That's adorable. So she's in this beautiful blue dress. You're Leah. It's so adorable. It's Kermit the Frog being starstruck. Oh, you're Leah Thompson all my life. It's like that's what you want to hear from Leah Thompson.
Oh God, it's happening.
And then as they're about to kind of sail off into the, well, more like drift down into the, not summer, but, you know, drift down into La La Land, I guess. I don't know. Gonzo bums a ride on the elevator saying, oh, Kermit, you should hear what happened to my mother. Gonzo's, now's not a good time. Now's not a good time. Oh, sure, I'll tell you what.
No, it's fine. It's really amazing. I'll just write down with you.
And just right in the middle between Kermit and Leah Thompson, you feel so bad for Kermit.
And Leah Thompson's just standing there awkwardly.
Basically saying his story about his mother. And like,
so there's this expedition where you ride goats down Mount Picchu. And you know how my mom can't ride goats.
Yep, poor Kermit. I would like to think Kermit the Frog and Leah Thompson got like a cup of coffee afterwards or something. I would like to think. That's the optimist in me.
I mean, it'd be a little... You know, it's like if there really was some attraction there, then you would think Leah Thompson would let this slide. It's not Kermit's fault.
Yeah, I like.
All right. Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, so that's the end of the episode.
Yes, and I think we've done a good job kind of breaking it down throughout discussing it. I think we kind of got very much kind of analytical with it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess overall, like last thoughts on it.
I mean, overall, it's fair to say that right now we're not riding on the high that we were after episode 1.
Yeah, we've come down a little. I'll tell you what I think it is overall with this, and I think it's a reality we should brace ourselves for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Is that if this show is like The Office? The Office, many times, there are hit or miss moments. Even in its heyday, even when it was really good, that's the thing you try with any of these shaky cam kind of reality documentary type shows. You have these hit or miss gags. A lot of The Office is based off of awkward humor, and I'm not really crazy about awkward humor.
I'm not either.
That's the thing. So you had hit or miss gags because of that, and that's kind of a vein you got to risk with these type of shows. And the Muppets, it's kind of in a way the Muppets succeeded in being this kind of show, because this is the reality we prepare ourselves for going in. If this is kind of the worst case scenarios we were in. Like, well, if it doesn't work like we hope it will, then it'll just be the Muppets trying out the format. And this is them committing to the format, and that's a reality of that format. That sometimes there are hit or miss gags within the episode. And I think we got that. Mm-hmm. And again, it's just not every episode is going to be as phenomenal as certain episodes within that season. You know? Yeah,
totally see where it comes from.
Essentially, I think that's it. Again, I think the setups and the premises were great. I think it dragged or it didn't pan out the way I was hoping to, but I think the end results were clever. Yeah,
as we said, it's
just lacking some substance because it's lacking time. That's what it is for me. It's just lacking that time.
You think so? You think it's that simple? Or is there a deeper issue here?
Well, again, it's kind of they need that runner plot line to base all the gags around. Without that kind of spine, this episode didn't have a spine. It had two parts of a spine. It had the tailbone. It had the vertebrae. It didn't have like the back part. It didn't have the backbone. That's what's missing. The first episode, look at it. It's Elizabeth Banks and Miss Piggy having an issue, and the surrounding that Kermit and Piggy stuff, and anything else are just big gags for the show.
Because, I mean, we can all agree that the Kermit and Piggy stuff is probably going to be the main plot line of the season.
Certainly.
Not probably the whole show.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see how it pans out from here. I mean, like I said, it'd be almost impossible almost damn near impossible for them to put in as much emotion into every episode as they put into that first episode.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that this kind of pans out to be like every 5 or 6 episodes we'll get one that's a really heavy hitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You know,
I feel like that's about the best we can hope for at this point.
well, what I hope is that the humor is a little more solid going forward. You know, it's like more like give me like a whole Tom Bergeron episode. Not just I don't. When I say that, I don't mean Tom Bergeron being. I mean like give me Tom Bergeron humor.
No, I want a whole episode of Tom Bergeron.
I could take that, but I'm being realistic about it. I would like that.
Give me extra special salami.
Give it to Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. You know, I love it if there's one spec thing here. I really hope Clark Gregg appears on that show.
I feel like he's a very realistic celebrity to appear. So
also, because I met her recently, I just want to say because she's really funny off the set. Ming-Na Wen. I mean, she'd be fantastic to that one. She is hilarious in real life, and she'd be a great talent to have on the Muppets.
Do you want to speculate on the episode titles at all?
Do we have episode titles?
Yeah, episode 3 is Bear Left, then Bear Right.
Well, I'm going to assume Fozzie's in that episode.
Hopefully, we'll get some clarification about his girlfriend one way or another.
Yes, I want the girlfriend plotline to keep going. I don't want it just to be ended over well, I pick them over you, which means our relationship's over. I hope that is not the case.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say it's a big missed opportunity.
Episode 4 is Pig Out.
Oh, it's probably gonna miss Piggy walking from the show, which is a real thing people do on the shows where they just they hold out for more money and they walk.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
she's probably
done that before, so
certainly. But you know, the thing with the bear versus bear might be it might be Fozzie versus Bobo or something.
I'm hoping that's the case. I'm crossing my fingers that's the case.
Might be that. Oh, it might be or it could be another bear entirely just trying to steal Fozzie's act. not his candy dish, but his act.
Mm-hmm.
Because his candy dish is smashed into 1 billion pieces. Okay, so any other episode titles?
No, that's it. Pig Out and Bear Left. Oh, and one thing is Bear Left and then Bear. It's WRITE instead of RIGT.
Well, see, that's something to bring up because that means it's going to be Fozzie writing a joke that episode.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right. But again, I'm hoping celebrity-wise, I'm hoping some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast members.
I mean, I do have some celebrities that I have on the wiki, but I don't think we want to get into.
Yeah, and Cranston, of course, but let's not go through all those.
Of course, Cranston.
We need Cranston. We love Cranston.
He's our go-to. We need to have him at some point.
Cranston is every time I put together a casting list, Cranston's always at the top. Like, well,
oh my God,
you're perfect for everything. It's like how Kevin Smith says Affleck would be great as the shark in Jaws.
Or how in real life everyone says that fucking Benedict Cumberbatch would be good for everything.
Yeah, but Cranston actually is good for everything. He needs to be live action Jim Gordon. You've seen some of Year One, can't you vouch for me?
I can.
There you go. Let's watch it. Okay.
So on the note that Bryan Cranston is awesome.
Yes.
Join us next time when we talk about the Muppet Show again. Yeah. You want some milk? You want some cookies with that milk? Hello? Yummy cookies.